Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Even the Ukrainians report this. Obviously, they give this video their spin, but we have a dictator, democratically elected by the Russian people, so you can call him however you want. Well, it doesn't mean you can't turn into a dictator. But I don't have any evidence to support that claim because he still have institutions that, are not really doing exactly what he wants them to do. And anyway, there's a video with Putin walking to a crowd and embracing the cheering crowd, kissing people, and not French kissing, but, and it seems like he is still very, a thing that we don't like, popular in Russia. And this is in Dagestan, I think. So let's see what's going on here. They will twist it. This comes from Ukrainska Pravda. They will twist it to something else, which again, they created. I'm going to discuss it after we watch this little video. So, Putin greets stunned crowd on walkabout in Derbent, forgetting COVID fears. COVID fears that you, the mass media in the West, informed us about. And these are the COVID fears that you overemphasized or created, saying, oh, he's far away, oh, he's scared. Why? Because he stayed away from certain kind of people, which I would also stay away from certain kind of people because you know things. But anyway, let's go here. Let's go and watch this video. This is provided by the Ukrainians. Let's see. Is it okay? I don't know what they say, but it's exactly like Biden showing up. Exactly the same cheering crowd. Look in the background. Look in the back. I don't know what he says or she says, but okay, Medusa. Now, I don't know. Let's see what these guys, how they give the spin to this. I mean, the crowd was cheering. You can say, well, they were all actors. Well, I have no evidence. Neither you do have any evidence for that. So, Russian propagandists have shown video footage of dictator, again, Vladimir Putin, greeting a stunned crowd on a walkabout in a square in Derbent during his visit in Dagestan. The president, Khabib, is rare over there in the crowd. The president of the aggressor country, and Islam Makachev, is he there too? The president of the aggressor country was not, which I like both of them, was not deterred by the sanitary restrictions that he has been adhering to since the beginning of COVID-19 pandemic. Well, do they look like there were concerns, the people around there, of what you say? He had sanitary restrictions of certain reason. If someone comes and gets this guy sick, he's dying. And that was a great, right, for some, move in removing Putin. Propaganda media distributed a video in which Putin is enthusiastically greeted by the crowd, with people wishing him good health and 100 years of life. Oh, why do you limit him? Well, Putin has avoided personal contact since the beginning of COVID pandemic. He avoided like any other ones, like Biden and others, and he's still shaking hands. I saw him with many world leaders being around them. Journalists were quarantining before meeting the Russian president. I don't think journalists. Yes, I would do the same thing with a journalist because you don't know who's who, what's what. And I don't even know if that's true, but anyway. Before meeting the Russian president, and 4-meter long table was set up for Putin's talks with the French president. Okay, and Biden was in the basement the whole campaign. Oh, you want me to exaggerate like that? Yes, it was. So what if it was 1,000 meter long? Do you know why? You just assume. And you mention one incident and you generalize it as, oh my God, look at him, forgetting COVID fears. That's not how you do it. This is not how you do the general rule. The general rule is based on a pattern, a majority of examples. You use an example to say, hey, he's a scaredy cat. But hey, this is the spinning these people who are very jealous about that, by the way. Dmitry Peskov, the Russian president's press secretary, explained that Putin himself wanted to greet the crowd up close despite doctors' advice. On the other hand, I'm quoting, there is advice from specialists, but on the other hand, there is the president's firm decision that he could not refuse to greet these people, end quote, he explained. Well, propaganda, well, take it however you want. Let's get it, what happened. The guy walks out in Dagestan. Okay, Dagestan. Dagestan is by Georgia. And he greets the crowd. The crowd is enthusiastic, isn't? I think it was. Was it a staged event? I don't know. I don't know. Bring the evidence. And I don't have any evidence. Therefore, I don't think it was staged. The fact is, he came out, he was greeted, he touched people, and went out or back in. That's it. Good for him, I guess. I didn't hear any boos or anything like that. So the fact is, you can see they focused on, his own restrictions. His own restrictions come from scientists' advice. Remember here? Yeah, okay. We follow the science. Fauci and the other coward, the secretary of whatever she is. I don't think she's anymore. But anyway, remember those? Follow silence. Yeah, we advise. So he followed that too. Is anything wrong with that? He's 70 years old. That's in that category that is most, in a dangerous situation over there. Okay? He's not wearing a mask. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. All right, my friends. And they mentioned, what's his name? Macron. So these are the same people in Ukraine, Ukrainska Pravda, that has never, I'm telling you why, they have never ever made one, as far as I know, and I'm going to tell you my evidence to support my claim, promoted or covered a video with Biden, taking a dive, not knowing where he's at, shaking the hand with who knows who, talking blah, 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 and so on. Many instances. They never covered that. And if they covered it, which I'm telling you why they didn't cover that, I do this daily. At least 3 times. I go through at least 4 media outlets, Ukrainian media outlets, every day, at least 4 times. And I go over all the news, up and down, the news, the new. And it's Ukrainska Pravda, New Voice of Ukraine, Ukraine Forum, and the Kiev Independent. These are the 4 ones that I usually use every day. All 4 of them. I have never seen an article in those publications, free media in Ukraine, peace, like, what's his name, Nixon, President Nixon. He got in trouble when he prosecuted someone in California. Look into that. They were after him since then, like with Trump. Anyway, so let's get back to this situation. I lost my little thing here. So anyway, let's see. What do we have? So I've never seen one article stating the obvious that Joe Biden is in bad shape. I think he is cognitively and physically. He tries to run and then takes a dive. But Putin, oh my God, it's bad. I understand the propaganda aspect, but we see what we see. And not only that, Putin, I think, is still in the 80s, not years old, but in the 80s with the approval rating. Or if he's not, he's 78, 70 something, like, I don't remember a US president being at that rate. Do you? 80? I don't remember anybody. But hey, we have democracy, but over there they have dictatorship. But these guys have, he's in the 80s or 70s, higher, upper 70s in approval rating. How is that possible? The dictator does a good thing or what? Does a good job? According to the Russians, they approved, last time it was like 84 or 83% approved to Putin's job in May, I think it was the last time I covered that. I didn't look yesterday or today, but I don't think it's like 40 as is Biden's or other weasels. Free world. And I wonder why. Because they're dumb? Is that what it is? Don't say that, because then you become this and that and that, and I will call you those names. No, I will not call you those names. You can say whatever you want, but if you want to have a to be considered as a then you bring evidence, facts. And if you don't bring evidence and facts, then I will call you as your behavior meets the term. So, but until then, you can say whatever, bring the evidence, support your claims, and you can discuss and you can adjust and you can change, or we can change our take on things. If you receive more information on something, you always gonna change your mind and you're gonna say, yes, at that time was the how much I knew. Now I know more than this. That's the justification the Americans gave to invading Iraq. Said, well, according to our data, intelligence data, then this is what we got, and we acted upon that data. Now we know it was not quite like that. So in the meantime, 2 countries and people and so on. So I think I'm entitled to use the same weasel move, but no, that's the reality. You don't know everything ever, or sometimes that this everything about this one. No, because you don't know the chemical composition on all these things and the date where they were made and so on, but you know the general stuff. These are eyeglasses that help me identify that, hey, that's you, hey, hello, like a weasel. So you know enough. If you want to know more, you're going to know more. It's going to change the fact that these are glasses? No. So there's information that you don't need to know in order to claim certain things, because you're not going to change the general idea, the general statement. So let's go back to this. Make your own opinion and assessment of what happened in Dagestan. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.